We'd like to welcome you to Wake Up Bradley County. This is our YouTube page that we've set up to try to bring some accountability into Bradley County and government in our community and hold those accountable that seem to much of the time run amok. And I think that most of us are, way past thinking that's appropriate and that's something that should be dealt with. We haven't had a lot of good media coverage on situations where corruption is involved. Everything seems to be kind of swept under the rug, or just nothing said, which is in a sense the same thing. I do have a question, and it kind of pertains to the same situation that we're discussing here. Is that why do the same people in our community always appear to end up on top? And what's the statistical probability of that happening in an unrigged system? And so what we're going to be sharing in this presentation will highlight those questions and maybe have you asking questions too. Our investigation of the situation with Administrator of Elections Fran Green will show through police body cam video obtained through several open records requests. The videos will show the at-scene arrest and multiple charges brought against Administrator Green. The video, we have body cam video from two separate police officers. The DUI charge is at first presented, and then of course the implied consent law, which she refused to take on two occasions, was the second charge. So you have DWI and you have violation of the Tennessee implied consent. You'll also have our video interview of Chief Mark Gibson, as Chief Gibson goes through the requirements for arrest and prosecution of DUI cases. He gives the Tennessee Code annotated. He also discusses the protocols that have been used in these type of prosecutions for the last 20 plus years to deal with these. You'll also understand what the probable cause is and what the officers did, which will be validated if you watch the video. You'll also get the response from Steve Lawson through a phone interview that deals with basically he echoes Mark Gibson's take on the situation, and so you have both the elected and the sheriff of Bradley County, and you also have the the Cleveland chief of police, Mark Gibson, both talking about and giving you the lowdown on what is required, not only in Tennessee, but in this jurisdiction, which is the 10th Judicial District, what is needed and what is required to prosecute these charges. And then we attempted to have appointed DA Sherry Taylor. We requested a video interview with her. She declined that, and on the phone interview, she said that her only statement was basically that if the evidence isn't there, you can't prosecute. I think you'll get a really good look through the body cam video. I asked Sherry Taylor if she had looked at the video. She didn't respond. So we've got a compilation here of a lot of evidence, and I think that we want the public to take a look at this, and so that they have a better understanding of what transpired. And people say, what's all the hoopla about? Let me explain that what happened here, even though you have in the body cam video, you have an open admission to drinking by Administrator Green, but you also have her twice refusing the field sobriety test which is in itself a violation of Tennessee code that deals with the implied consent. So it's really hard to understand how these things were allowed to be pled down on the watch of appointed DA Taylor. My question to you is with the preponderance of the evidence we have here, would you or I have been giving that same consideration, or does it only seem that these types of situations in this community are afforded to the elected, the appointed, or the rich? You know, I think it's time we start taking a look at these things, these sort of situations, and that's the calling of this channel. So we would love to have you watch the video all the way through. The comments section will be open. You will be able to to put your comments in the comments section. Also, please be polite, and we'll see you in the next video.
Hi.
Hi.
What happened?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't.
Well, are you hurt?
No.
No. Any particular towing company you want me to call to get you out?
He's gonna get me.
No, he can't pull you out. You're too far down in the ditch. It's too muddy. You got a driver's license and insurance and all that good junk with you?
I do. What do you want?
Driver's license, registration paper, and insurance card. Good thing is you're not hurt. Don't look like your car's damaged either.
I know.
This looks like it's just muddy. So that's a good thing.
What do you want?
Driver's license, registration paper, and insurance card.
Driver's license.
Okay. What is that?
Yep. Insurance card.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Insurance card.
Yep. Proof of insurance and your tag receipt. You keep looking for it, okay? Any particular towing company you want to use? Does it matter? Okay. I asked her 3 times for this stuff, and she keeps going, "What do you want?"
It's on
She
the card.
starts looking through her stuff, and she goes, "So what do you want?" Oh, I'm going to run her real quick so she's got any history.
Okay.
She might be 49, I don't know. I can't get close enough to her. On call, we'll use on call to get it out. I'm going to go ahead and get him in route, okay?
3 beers? What kind of beer?
Hey, can you do me a toe slip?
Yes.
What kind of beer? Okay, so I suspect you to be under the influence. Okay? So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to run you through some field sobriety tests. So that'd be checking your eyes.
I really need you. Let me go home.
Okay, we're too far past that. Okay?
Okay.
So, will you conduct these field sobriety tests? Are you willing to do them?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Who's doing the test?
10 I think copy.
Ms. Green's got a valid driver's license, negative in the ambulance.
So you can't.
Really 49 history.
All right. Well, stand up.
Stand up.
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. going to jail for driving under the influence, okay?
Okay.
You want to submit to a test to see how drunk you are? Blood test or alcohol? Breathalyzer?
Nope.
Do you want to tell us anything about how this happened, or
Nope.
no? Do you have a husband or kids or anything that should be waiting on you to get home?
My kids, probably.
Or what?
My kids.
Okay. How old are your kids?
21.
Okay, so no grandbabies that are waiting on you to feed them dinner or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's my phone.
Yeah, that's your phone.
Okay.
It'll go with you to the jail, okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Nope.
Have you ever been arrested for DUI?
Nope.
Have you ever conducted any field sobriety tests?
Nope.
Okay. Do you know your rights?
I did.
I'm going to read them to you one more time, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney if you cannot afford an attorney when provided to you at government cost. Okay, knowing and understanding these rights, you answer any other questions I have.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
That'll go with you, okay? We'll make sure it gets there with you.
were you driving or went off the road or what? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put her in my car, do it
Okay.
by consent. I need to take some photos still,
That's fine.
so we're gonna walk back here, okay?
I'll put her phone on your dash. That way she's got it when she gets over there. When she gets out.
In between these two cars. Actually, let's go around the back. Okay, hop in over here, and I'm just gonna have you scoot to the other side, okay?
Actually, put it on your armrest. Because I didn't want to get the slide off. She probably can't scoot over there.
Okay.
So just a little bit alarmed, when I saw the situation with the DA's office and the DUI charge that was brought against Fran Green, the administrator of elections, and I couldn't understand how that transpired, and that the pleading down of the case, and then was made to understand that apparently the DA's office indicated that it was some sort of policy that if they didn't get if they refused the implied consent, that a warrant had to be initiated to get a blood draw. I'd never known that to be a policy or anything. Has your office ever been notified that that was a policy, a directive, or some type of protocol they use to prosecute anyone that?
No, I mean, I think normally DUIs are probably one of the most common things that we deal with. And we do a lot of correspondence on DUIs because the laws change all the time. But I've never received any kind of correspondence from the DA's office that their current policy is that they require blood before they'll prosecute a case, or it being a risk of dismissal or reduction. The TCA for DUI does not require that. We haven't had any communication with the DA's office or directive that says if you don't have blood, we're going to reduce it. So, to my knowledge, we've never had that. Because the DUI is based off of the observations of the officer, things like the driving of the offender before they're arrested, whether or not they're involved in a crash, whether it's an injury crash. So those types of things, what the officer witnesses at the scene, if they can smell alcohol, if they know, if they see cues of intoxication, they attempt to do sobriety tests. They will request a blood draw. If the person refuses, then it's a separate charge, it's a separate violation of the law, implied consent. So There's never been any directive or anything or any TCA that requires us to get a search warrant to draw the blood if a person refuses to submit to an blood test.
And just to add too, because I've watched the video, the body cam video and stuff multiple times, and I'll be honest with you, I thought the officers did an exemplary job in what they did, and were actually very patient in what was transpiring. And it's anyone who watches the video, it's clearly evidence that. And in fact, if you listen to the video, Miss Green admits that she had at least 3 beers. So anyway, I just was concerned that with the situation, and I appreciate your transparency and talking to us about it. Because like I said, I just wanted to try to understand what transpired and what's going on, because that's a bad precedent to set. I mean, if that's now you almost kind of set that precedent, right? I mean,
yeah, and that's what we'd be concerned with is a lot in our agency. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, a first offense DUI is a misdemeanor traffic offense, but it's very serious. It's very complicated cases. So we're always concerned if a case is reduced or dismissed, because we will make sure that it's not an issue with our officers and where our officers have made a mistake. In this particular incident, I think our officers did a good job. From the video that I saw, they did a good job. There was honestly an issue with impairment. You had a crash that's not explained, and a person that is admitting to drinking, showing all the cues, fumbling through her wallet, her driver's license, all those things, and there was really no clear explanation of why it was reduced. No conversation with our department or officers about why it's reduced. And the concern I had is that it does set that precedence, because this is not supported by TCA. If that's the standard, that means it was created out of policy through the DA's office. If that is the policy of the DA's office, that has not been communicated with us in writing, or hasn't been communicated with us verbally or any other way. So, but that may be the precedence now, but I haven't heard of any other ones being dismissed for that or reduced for that reason, but that's to my knowledge.
Okay. Well, we appreciate your transparency and talking about it. Like I said, I mean, that's what government should do, and that's what, that's kind of the expectation. And we, like I said, I just wanted to kind of straighten that out, because I'm not a cop. I don't know any of that, but I do know that it's a terrible precedent to set,
Well, I mean, our officers go out here and do their job. They do the best they can. That's the most complicated thing about law enforcement is we go out here and do it the best we can, and we hold our guys to a standard. We don't want to try to be good. We want to be great, and if there's mistakes that are made, we try to fix them, and we try to fix them. But the hard part is you have outside entities that have a lot more control on the outcomes of things. It doesn't matter to us who individuals are or what their role is. We're looking at the violation of law. We're collecting the evidence, we're collecting the facts, and we're presenting them for prosecution. At the prosecution level, we're kind of held to how they see things and how they proceed with it. So, but in this case, our officers, I have watched the video. I routinely watch as many videos as I can with our officers, and our officer did an excellent job and did everything she was supposed to do in the right way, in my opinion. And to me, there's nothing that we could fix on that.
Gotcha. Appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
All right,
thanks. Just in a closing statement, I'd like to say, once you've watched the video, I think you'll recognize the fact that some of the blame wants to be laid on the Cleveland Police Department, but the 2 officers, in my opinion, were very professional, did an excellent job, were extremely patient, and from a constitutional perspective, did everything that that they should have done under the conditions that they were having to deal with. I hate to see blame laid somewhere because there seems to be an issue somewhere else. I'll be the first one to call the police out when they violate someone's constitutional rights. That did not happen here, And once again, there was no protocol, no policy, no directive that would indicate that if someone failed to take their field sobriety test, that they should at that point, request a warrant. There's no protocol for that, and there's never been a precedent for that in this community or in the 10th Judicial District. So I leave that as a closing, and let you all come to your own conclusions. Thanks.